How are you doing all? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Fitness Freak Computer Geek. In last lecture I have shown you what is switch statements, where I have discussed about syntax of switch and how switch can be used in place of if else statements. And before that lecture I have also given you some example of if else statements, where I have shown you some codes of if else statement. We are making our calculator. We have seen that if else statement was giving us some ambiguous values, the values which we are not expecting there, so that there was falsy in that case. Our logic was fine, everything was fine, but the code wasn't working properly. So now in this lecture I will show you how to use switch case statements to work on that problems. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's begin. Let me just double click on code block option. So now our code block has opened. So let me first, what we will do first of all, let me create new files. Remember the shortcut Control Shift N. New file will be created. Now to save it, Control S. Click on Control S. Now we will save the same folder if else statement which I have created some lectures ago. So we will save there. We will save our file there. So suppose our file name will be now switch case. Suppose switch case. Okay, save it whatever name you like. So I'm saving it. Now let me first include the header file. So now let's begin. So if you remember the last code 2 lectures ago, I have shown you some coding example of how to make a calculator. Now we will design the same code using switch block here. Okay, so watch this. Let me take variables first, 2 variables. Let me take our choice. Okay, choice, C for choice. Now print the message first. Enter the 2 numbers. Store it in first number. Store it in A, B. Don't forget a comma. 2 numbers. Save the 2 number. %d space %d. Ampersand A, ampersand B. We just save the 2 numbers in variables A and B. Okay, so now moving on. So now what we will do, we will take the choice from the user. Okay, printf, print the message. Enter the operation we want to perform. Choose among these options. Let the user choose. Suppose you want to perform addition, or you want to perform subtraction, or you want to perform multiplication, or you want to perform division. Okay, let the user choose from among these and store the choice in variable C. Okay, so scanf dial C. We'll store our choices in C variable. Okay, hope you're getting this. So now let's begin the switch case statement. Hope you remember the switch case syntax. In last lecture I have explained you there. First of all, there will be switch statement will begin, then we will write the expression there, then our cases will begin, and use of break completely depend on us whether we will be using the breaks here or we will not use here. Okay, so let's see, it will depend upon our logic. So now begin the switch block, put the value here, suppose C value, and according to this choice we will give an option to the users. About case 1, case first will be addition colon, don't forget this syntax. What we will do, we will do a plus b, and we will print the, this is just a way of writing the thing. Space doesn't imply anything here. Just for your clearance, I am writing this here int printf. No need of variable, you can do it directly. No need of storing the variable. Suppose we will directly printf, a plus b here. No, we cannot do that because we are already doing a plus b, and if you do that, it will write it twice. Okay, so let me define one variable s. So s equal to s plus b and print the value of it. Now it's making sense. Just copy this code. Okay, we will be using many times. Okay, so what could be the second case now? Case, what is the second case? Suppose subtraction is our second case now. Now paste the code which we have copied, just change the operator here. Okay, you are getting it how I am doing. Now let's suppose copy whole thing, Control C. Now print it. What is our next case? Multiplication. Now our next case is division. Okay, remember if it will return only integer value. Hope you remember this, only integer value, because we are defining as such integer. Okay, so let me put a default case also. Suppose none of the case hit and user for his curiosity hit something else. So let me define a default here. Default printf wrong operation, wrong operator. So notice that I haven't used break statement here. Okay, hope you remember that. So let's see what if you accidentally forget to mention the break statement. So let's see what will happen now. Okay, so let's save the file and run it. Hope there is no error. Yeah, there are no error. So suppose we enter two number as 7,8. Now it's again showing the error. I think it is it is depend on my compiler. Okay, so let me just rearrange those statements. I've told you about these things last lecture. Now let's save it. Now run it. Let's see what operation we want to perform. Suppose we want to perform plus. So suppose we now entered the two numbers. Let me see what will happen now. You will see it, all the cases will printed after plus. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so see what happened first of all. 8 plus 9, 17 is printed, and 8 minus 9 minus 1 is printed. Then 9 is 72, so 72 is printed, and after that 8 divided by 9, it is integer truncated, so 0 will printed. Okay, so see all the things are uploaded. Also the default cause is run. So now you see the usage of break. You must not forget the base uses of break if your logic required it. Okay, so this is the case which I wanted to show you. So first of all, 8 plus 9, 17, then minus 1 for 8 subtracted by 9, and 72 for 8 multiplied by 9, and 0 for 8 divided by 9. Okay, so let me just put the slash n so that it is visible to you. Slash n. So let me show you that thing also, and also use it is good practice to use slash n every lines to maintain the clarity in your code. So let me save it and let me run it. So what operation you perform? Suppose plus. Yeah, you can see now clearly. 8 and 9 are added, then subtracted, then these are multiplied, 10 divided, and also default case. So now one more thing, let me show you. Suppose you entered here division only operator. No, sorry, first first of, suppose you enter division only operator here. Now enter the two, you are entering the two number. Now what will happen? It will not run above cases above the division case. Okay, so this is also the general rule of writing the cases also. So suppose if you write the division first, then it will it will print all the statement after that division 2. It will execute all these cases after the division cases 2, but you are entering it in the last case, so it will skip all this case until this case is true, that is division case. Then it will execute division case and the default case. So let me show you that. Okay, you are seeing that all other cases are not operated, only the division part and the default case. So what you observe from this experiment which I have shown you, that usage of break is essential in switch case plus. Okay, if you want to operate distinct cases. Okay, so now let me use break after end of every statement. So hope you are getting it, the usage of break. I have shown you through examples. Okay, break here, put break here, put break after second case. Now you will see the difference now. Okay, so it is not mandatory, not required to put in a break statement after default case, because all the cases are wrong, then default case will be operated and it will come out of the loop. But I have told you in the last lecture that default case can put anywhere in the switch block. Okay, so suppose this is default case is placed here, and in the future we are defining one more case, suppose ending of two operator, and if you are defining after this default, so if you don't use break here, so it will execute the default part also. So hope you are getting it, what I am trying to say here. Okay, so it is essential to use break. It is good practice to use break after default. Okay, suppose we want to modify the code in some point of time, for that region. Okay, so just save the file, now execute it. Now suppose we want to perform multiplication. Now we want to perform 8 into 9. So let's see now it's working properly. 22, not all the things are not printed, or all other operation are not printed. Suppose, let me check our usage of code. Suppose we put illogical operation something at the rate. What will it do? It will ask for number, then it will return wrong operator. Okay, hope you are getting it. So now let's see our other example. Suppose we want to now check that whether the entered alphabet is vowel or not. Okay, so let me design that switch statement for you. Okay, now if you want to do it for yourself, just pause the video and do it for yourself, and you can come here later, resume my lecture later, and watch my solution. Okay, so try it on yourself. Okay, so hope you have tried it. Now let me show you my solution. So just erase this and erase this too. We don't need this. Now let's define char variable, and suppose we want to check character. See, so take the input from the user. Enter the alphabet. Okay, so store that in C and switch. Sorry, not switch. Sorry. Scanf. Scanf percentile C. Store that character in variable C itself. Okay, so now switch case, our case begin. Okay, so again we are taking the C variable. So what will be the first case? Case will be what are the vowels of English alphabet? A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so there will be 5 cases, and if you want to take the default case also, there will be 6 cases in total, including the default. Okay, so let me design our first case. First case is, so it can be what? user can enter in any alphabet, you know, he can enter in, you know, capital letter or small letter. Okay, so let me design for both of them. I have to, it will also clear your expression part. You know, I have shown you syntax in case statement. There can be expression here, so let me show you that now. Okay, we don't need bracket here. So suppose cases will be capital A or small a. So you can use the parenthesis or you don't use it. It doesn't require, because the, you know, it will consider it as whole, because or precedence is higher than any of the given operators here. Okay, so what will we do here? printf, it is vowel, so imagine that, you know, if you have to design it using if else case, so is equal to if enter choice is equal to a capital A or small a, then we have to print, you know, it is vowel. Then again done for, you can do it in a one line itself, because like, you know, if a or we can mention all the variable in one line and we can check for it, you know. And you can do the same thing here also. Okay, in switch case, just if you can do it in separately in a separate way also, by putting break in all the cases, all 5 cases, or you can combine all the 5 cases and didn't put any break statement and can run same statement for all the 5 cases. Okay, so I will show you both the way here. Okay, so let's see, watch it. So break, you first of all let me see the use of this. You will find that this one is radius one, but again for your completion I am telling you that, so that your concept get clear, everything is clear. You might not be, some of you might have doubts, so I don't want to take any chance. So let me clear all the things for you. So what could be the next case? E. What is the next case? IOU. Capital O or small o, capital U or small u, or and at last we will print, give the default case. So you can see it is, you know, it is doing the same job, it somewhat doing the same job as if else block, but it is more clear and, you know, visible to you, you know, for coding purpose. If it is preferred over if else, if you want to write your code neat and clean. So printf not a vowel. Okay, let's put the break for convenience. I have told you it is not mandatory to use it. Break. So save the file. Now run it. Yeah, there is error some happen. What is? Acha, oh yeah, it is showing that duplicate case. Why it is showing duplicate case? So hope you are getting it. Why it is seeing duplicate case? So you find the error yourself. Okay, then I will show you. It is happening because, you know, I am mentioning here or part. So on mentioning the or, it will check the statement and return the expression value as boolean value as 1 for true. So it is also 1 if value entered, it will 1. In this case is 1, and this case is also 1, will become also 1, because all the cases are boolean cases. So hence, because of that reason, every case will be have return value 1. So every case is, you know, not different case, it is same case. And I have told you we cannot use same case in switch case statement here. Okay, so hope you are getting it. So let me just put capital things here. Okay, hope you are getting it, but it can be easier for if else statement. We can write it in a one line too. Okay, so you can see here switch case is not working here, not that properly, as it could be work with if else statement. Okay, so now it will not return error. Okay, hope you are getting it. Now save the file and run it. Okay, see, no error. Suppose I entered a, it is vowel through. Suppose I enter T, it is vowel, not a vowel. Okay, T is not a vowel, sorry. So if you entered, let me show you that if you entered A in small letter, what could you do? It is not a vowel, although a small a also vowel. So you can find the flaws here. So how could you curb this problem? Okay, think about it. I will show you now. Send it to me. The sport of simplicity. Okay, there is space here. So hope you have find the error and curb it by yourself. So if you haven't found it, let me show you there now. Let me just put it in the right direction. It is very interesting trick to learn. Okay, so how could you do that? I have told you we can mention two case simultaneously, and if you remember the previous lecture, without using the break case also we can mention two or more cases here. Okay, so let me show you that how can you write that. Okay, suppose now what could be the other case. So hope you are getting it, how I am doing it. I am showing you in dynamic way so you could understand it easily. Okay, so don't use break here, and even don't use the sentence here. Okay, you can write it twice, but it will be why you should write it twice, although it will execute both the case simultaneously. So just put it here. Okay, so for both cases it will print this. So in this way we can write all the cases here. So for sake of simplicity of code, I am writing like this. Okay, you can attach all the cases here because everything is here is vowel now. So for your simplicity I am just showing you that. Okay, so now you can use break here, otherwise it will execute all the cases. So you are getting it now. So let me now put all the cases in a, so now let me do it first. Okay, so what could be the next case? So in a similar way we will write this. Okay, Control X. What could be the case here? Small e, like the vowel. Okay, hope you are getting it. What could be the other case? So similar for the last case where A, E, I, O, U. Yeah, U is also there. Okay, hope you are getting it. I'm just doing nothing here. Okay, I'm just maintaining all the cases here, small case too. U. Okay, so what do you understand from it? That it will consider all the cases now, small and capital cases simultaneously. Okay, so let me run it, save it, run it. Okay, so suppose I entered capital A, it is a vowel, or suppose I entered now small a. So let's see what is happening. Yeah, it is also Pearl. So you can see how we combine two cases simultaneously. Now we can combine all the cases. Okay, let me show you that. So no need to write this every time printf block. Okay, it will increase not time complexity of code only, and all as well as space complexity. So let me remove all this thing. Okay, let me know. Okay, so I am showing you that we are not maintaining any statement for all the cases. So if all the cases are executed simultaneously, as well as I am not using break here. Okay, so what if I use break here? So it will just execute this code and terminate from the block. So also don't use break here. Okay, remember this point. Okay, so let me run it now. Now you can say it will become more easy way. Okay, it is vowel. Suppose I write E here, it is a vowel. Okay, suppose I write small I here, it is a vowel. Okay, so see, you can see, watch now that everything is running properly now. So this is the case of switch case. Okay, you can use multiple cases simultaneously, or you can skip the break part, or you can use the break according to your logic. Okay, so I am showing you may found somewhere that those who have studied switch case earlier, you might know that might be hearing that you can there is switch case and then break is essential in this case. Okay, it is not essential. Okay, if someone tell you that, it is wrong. You know, you can use or you cannot use break here, but you know, some of you might have seen the flowchart also that break statement I use here. That's why I have not shown you the flowchart, because some different switch case flowchart is controversial somewhat. You know, you can use break statement, you cannot use it. So you know, there will be no same flowchart for every switch case statement. Okay, so hope you are getting it. That's why I skipped that switch case, you know, flowchart part. So remember this, it is up to the user to use default case, and it is up to the user to use break case after every cases here. Okay, hope you are getting it. So now moving on, let me show you just one more example and I will conclude my lecture. So let erase this part now. Hope you get all my point now. You can also, you know, forget this braces to space too. So let me erase this. Let me erase this too. Suppose now I will show you some practical implication. You can design the same code using if else statement also. Okay, you can do it. It's up to you to use switch case or if else statement. Last lecture, previous two lecture, we are getting at the, you know, error because of my compiler, you know, this code block compilers. But if you were using Turbo C or Dev C or another one, the code which I have written in 2 lecture ago might work for you. Okay, I want to conclude you here. You know, both switch, you can, whatever code you can do with case as if else statement, you can also do it with switch case also. So just depend on your logic. It's because all the things are, you know, conditional statements, switch case, if else, else if, or if statement, all are conditional cases. So you can use any of the conditional expression interchangeably, you can use anywhere. So let me show you last code of, you know, nested switch case statement. Like we have seen the nested if else statement, in the same way there is nested switch case statement, and the code which I am going to design here, you can do it using if else statement also. So friends, so I will, in this code I will show you how to design login form for yourself. You know, suppose you entered user ID and then password, and it will say something and it will log in into your system. In the same way it is designed, you know, it is generally used in web developing language like JavaScript. We will use the same thing here. There also switch case and incept statements are used. Okay, so I will showing you in using C how can you develop your login scheme. Okay, so for this practical implication, database must be corrected. You know, we will take the database, we will compare the value with our database, but as there is no database here, so I will create my own database here, a small database. Suppose I put some value here, like, so I will create my own database here. I have not taught you about loops here. So using loop you can store multiple data in arrays. We will study arrays later. Then you could use switch case there also. So now let's keep it simple, just put one user data here. Okay, I will go into this code when after we will complete our arrays and function and as well as, you know, loop section. Okay, I will revisit this code also again there. So I will show you some diversity in this code, but just for simplicity I am just keeping one user data here. Okay, suppose that user is ID is 10 and its password is, suppose password is 1234 something. Okay, so now we will design our switch case to see that this user exists or not. Okay, so I will be using nested switch case here. We will see it. Okay, so how can we do that? Printf enter the user ID. Now we will store that user ID in ID variable, because we have to check with ID now. It is done in a different way using database, in more practically way, but I am just show you the naive logic using. If you understand this logic, the real code of login section is easier for you. %d, suppose we are storing it in ID itself. I have to use %d. I use %d here, sorry, ID. Okay, so now begin. We will check for ID. So what could be the case here? Case 1 is, there could be only one case now, because here only one user. So suppose case is 10, case value is 10. So what will we do then? We will check for, now the user ID is correct, so now user ID become correct. Now we will let the user to enter his password. Okay, how could you do that? Enter your password. Store it in password. Okay, watch it very carefully. Don't miss out anything. You will not miss out anything, any point then. So we will now again we will use switch case here for checking for, if now user ID is correct, now we will check for if password is correct. So there will be two cases also. It could be correct or it could be wrong. So which will be password. Hope you are getting it what I am trying to do here. If you don't like this code, you can do that same code using if else statement also. Okay, so what will be the case? Our password is, we know that 1234. So what will you do? Printf welcome user. Suppose he now entered correct user ID and password, then what will print the message welcome user, and we will break out from this block. Okay, so inner break will take us from inner block to outer block. Okay, don't think that inner break will take us completely out of the switch block, outer block. It will just attach with inner block. Let's say I will show you when I will explain break and continue lecture. Okay, don't worry about it. Just for remember that if I use break here, it will just move away from this switch case, inner switch case. Okay, so let me use break here also. No, don't use break here. Why? Because we have to break after this case. Now this case is not over now. So now the default will be what? Otherwise else part. Think it like else way. Default could be what? Printf wrong password. Okay, break. Then it is not mandated to use break here. I am telling you many more time. So now this case is over now. So we will put now break here. Okay, remember this point. How we are putting this is entire one case now. This is entirely one case. Then we are putting the break here. Don't put break here itself. Otherwise it will not execute this part. Okay, hope you are getting it. So now for this outer case now default statement will be what? Hope you are getting it. We can do the same thing using if else also. So I am telling you printf wrong user id. Okay, put the break after that. It is no need of break here, but for simplicity we are using break here for convenience, you can see. So now let us save this file. All cases are over. Okay, so let us save it and see. Hope there are no error. Yeah, there are 2 errors. Undefined symbol to printf. So you can understand that what I have done here wrong here. Okay, I just use here capital letter. Okay, oh my god, this lecture gonna be too less. Okay, sorry for that, some mistake can happen. Okay, so let me put now user id card. What was the user id? 10. So it will ask for the password. Suppose I entered the password correctly. Okay, it will let us log in our user id. Okay, so you are getting it now. Suppose what could be second case? Suppose I entered the user id correct, but we are not writing the password code. Is something like this is not our password. So what will we say? It is say wrong password and terminate the code. Okay, hope we are getting it. So now if our user id is wrong, so it will directly print user id wrong. Okay, so hope you understand this code. Let me tell you one more time that you can do this using if else statement also. Okay, so hope everything is clear to you all. You have understand all the codes here. If you don't understand it, please rewatch this video 3 to 4 times. You will definitely understand it. Okay, it is very easy thing, not a rocket science. You will definitely understand. If you understand the if else statement also, switch understanding switch cases will be very simple for you. Okay, so thanks for watching. In this lecture we will see loop, so stay tuned.